Stevie Daniels. The time now is 4:30 on this Wednesday morning. Let's take a glance at this full forecast because just like yesterday, we have the fog to worry about. This may make the commute a little bit tricky out there, so just make sure you're reducing your speed, turning on your low beams instead of your high beams. That'll help you navigate through this dense, thick fog. It's continuing to thicken up throughout the morning before it starts to scour out from the southwest to northeast as we get into the later parts of the morning. But of course, keep plenty of distance between you and other vehicles. And it looks like that cloud ceiling is very low to the ground. All is calm and quiet, though, looking to be the case out towards downtown Baltimore, right at the Inner Harbor. But this fog is no joke. We're talking about visibilities less than a quarter of a mile across Parkton in the Hereford zone, downtown as well. Columbia, the same case, and around northeast Maryland, visibilities are already getting very reduced for all of you. Stevensville only seeing about 2 miles along with Westminster, and less than that across central Harford County, right around Bel Air. So this, of course, warrants dense fog advisories until the later parts of the morning, until 10 o'clock, because visibilities are so low. This is going to make it a little bit difficult as you hit the roads this morning. So again, just you might want to leave the house a little bit earlier. Give yourself extra time on your morning drive. We have temps starting off a little bit above freezing, just like yesterday. And the reason why we're dealing with all this dense fog is because we do have this milder air traveling over a very cold surface. Still dealing with some of that leftover snowpack out there. So that cold ground and that warm air above it is allowing that air to condense pretty quickly. So that's the reason why we're waking up to all this fog out there on this Ash Wednesday. Temperatures, though, are going to recover into the low to mid 50s this afternoon. I've lowered high temperatures a little bit from previous days. We've been tracking the upper 50s close to 60, but today it looks like those clouds are going to try to limit the amount of heating that we have. I am forecasting a high temperature right around 56 degrees today. Futurecast shows that we also have some isolated rain showers that could grace the skies after lunchtime. This is going to persist across the area as a weak cold front travels in from west to east. Overall rainfall totals look generally light. It pretty much wraps up by dinner time. A dry start to your Thursday with more fog to talk about. And then it looks like the rain will become more scattered in nature heading into your Thursday afternoon and evening. Thursday and Friday are going to be the rainiest days out of the foreseeable future. Stevie Daniels, the time now is 5:45 on this Wednesday morning. Let's take a look at your super 7-day forecast because today is likely going to be the warmest day out of the next several days. We're going to be making our way up into the mid 50s as we get into the afternoon as the kids head home from school. That's when temperatures will be at their highest. We also have a few isolated showers that will start to slide in as the kids head home from school, so they might want to take the rain jacket with them. But have them walk very carefully to the bus stop because we have that dense, thick fog lingering across the area this morning. We have dense fog advisories underway until the 10 o'clock hour. 50 degrees for tomorrow afternoon on your way into work. Temperatures are going to be relatively mild, most likely hanging out in the upper 30s to even near the mid 40s. And then for the ride home, upper 40s to even the lower 50s. Friday is the day where we also have some rain lingering across the area. It slides in Thursday afternoon, persists into your Friday. We have widespread scattered showers in store throughout the rest of this week with a high temperature of 53 degrees. But then our temps will start to tumble this weekend down into the meteorologist Stevie Daniels. The time now is 5:01 on this Wednesday morning. Let's take a live look outside at Westminster because the mild temps and also some of that mist help to take out that snowpack. So we can finally see some grass on the hills. It's been quite some time since we've been able to see that, but you can see that the snowpack is gradually melting away. We will see more in the way of melting take place today, but we also have that fog lingering as well. So foggy and misty conditions are the case this morning. Once again, we have dense fog advisories issued until the 10 o'clock hour for all of these spots that are highlighted in gray. This also includes Cecil County all the way down through Talbot and Caroline. Visibilities are down to about a quarter of a mile or less, and you can see where that dense fog is really setting up shop. Less than a quarter of a mile downtown along with Bel Air, even up towards Elkton. So reduce your speed and use those low beams as you hit the roads this Daniels. The time now is 5:15 on this Wednesday morning. Let's take a live look outside because you notice that there is plenty of fog out there this morning. The ceiling of this cloud deck is actually lowering down towards the ground as we speak. This is the reason why visibilities are so low. This warrants dense fog advisories for the entire area, including the Baltimore Metro, Anne Arundel County, up and down the eastern shore. We have these dense fog advisories until until 10 o'clock this morning. Visibilities are down to about a quarter of a mile or even less. Less than that for sure, right around the Inner Harbor, Parkton as well. Elkton, you guys are seeing less than a quarter of a mile, and a quarter of a mile only being seen out towards Chestertown across Kent County. We currently have temps sitting in the mid-30s this morning. So this is actually a little bit above freezing because we have this warmer air kind of hovering over a colder surface. That's the reason why that air is condensing so quickly, allowing that fog to form this morning. We do have temps rising back into the upper 40s right around noon today, and then today is going to likely be the warmest day out of the next several days, where we're expected to hit high temperatures in the mid-50s this afternoon. I did lower temperatures a little bit over since the past couple of days. We were forecasting highs in the upper 50s, but I did lower them because not only do we have plenty of clouds lingering overhead, we also have some of those isolated showers. Some of that rain-cooled air will help keep our temperatures pretty much capped in the low to mid-50s today. Southerly winds will help us rise above normal this afternoon, but we do have those isolated showers that will skirt through as a weak cold front builds in from west to east. And this is likely going to stick around throughout the later parts of the afternoon as the kids head home from school and also as you're heading home from work. It wraps up by dinner time, a dry start to your Thursday with some patchy fog lingering across the ground. This is likely going to help melt a lot of that snowpack. We saw a good amount of melting yesterday. We'll continue to see that today and even throughout the day tomorrow. And then rain showers become more scattered in nature heading into your Thursday afternoon. So grab the umbrella and the rain gear because you'll likely be needing it. We do have rain chances lowering heading into your Saturday before they pick right back up on Sunday. And Sunday's storm system looks more wet than white, so it looks like this will mostly be a rain event for Sunday. Saturated, meaning the air temperature is falling very close to the dew point temperature. Basically, it tells us that there's a lot of water vapor in the atmosphere, and you can absolutely see it on your way into work. The kids will be dodging it as well as they head out to school. We have dense fog advisories until 10 o'clock this morning because of how dense the fog is. It's a little bit thicker than yesterday. Visibilities are down to about a quarter of a mile or less all across these areas highlighted in this gray color. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these advisories also expanded down towards areas south and west, including Washington, D.C. Take it slow on the roads. Here's a look at visibility. It is not looking great out there. I'll have details on when it will finally start to dissipate and leave the area coming up in my full forecast. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Stevie.
Stevie Daniels. The time now is 5:46 on this Wednesday morning. Let's take a look at your full forecast because once again, we're talking about this pesky, dense fog out there. It is looking very foggy right here, right outside of our TV station this morning. Look at all this white popping up on this map. We don't like when this map appears white because that means that the fog is extremely dense. Very low visibilities are expected this morning, all the way up towards Parkton, down 83 right around the Inner Harbor, seeing less than a quarter of a mile. The same case over in Chestertown along with Elkton, and less than a half mile right now for everyone over in Bel Air. Thurmont, it's not looking too bad for you or even down towards Easton, but it looks like that fog is starting to expand southward down into Stevensville along with Annapolis, which is the reason why all areas up and down the eastern shore are under dense fog advisories. This includes central Maryland as well, spots along the I-95 corridor because of how low the visibilities are. This can make it very tricky to get out there on the roads this morning. You want to reduce your speed, turn on those low beams. The high beams will actually help to reflect the light right back into your eyes. So this is the reason why you want to use those low beams when you head out on the roads. Have the kids walk carefully to the bus stop. We are waking up to some of that leftover snowpack still hugging certain grassy surfaces this morning. But yesterday's high temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s helped to melt some of that snowpack. But we still have some of it lingering with warmer air above freezing, lingering about 5 to 6 feet above the ground. This is the reason why we're starting off with that fog. And temps are a little bit milder across far western Maryland, seeing temps in the low to mid 40s out there this morning. Here's a look at your Ash Wednesday planner. If you're heading out to service right around noon today, as am I, we do have temps right around the upper 40s. Clouds are going to hold on tight as a weak cold front slides through. This could initiate some isolated rain showers this afternoon after lunchtime throughout the 2 to 3 o'clock hour. These are also going to extend until right about 5 o'clock before we start to wrap up that rain by dinner time. But here's a look right around the 4 o'clock hour. This rain is going to look a little bit spottier along I-95 for points farther south, but again, it really wraps up by the 6 to 7 o'clock hour this evening. And then a dry start to your Thursday. Once again, we could be waking up to some patchy fog as well as we begin your Thursday morning. And then it looks like the majority of the scattered showers tomorrow holds off until the kids are heading home from school. So they will want to bring the rain jacket with them to school this morning and also tomorrow morning. A wet setup is expected over the next 6 to 10 days across the mid-Atlantic. Still looking at abnormally dry conditions, though, right around portions of the deep south. But looking at a lot of rain icons on the 7-day forecast. We hold on to the 50s over the next couple of days. This morning, visibilities are down to about a quarter of a mile or less. So we have those dense fog advisories for every single location across central Maryland, including the eastern shore. But Chestertown and Easton, you guys aren't looking too bad, seeing about 10 miles as of right now. Thurmont, the same case. But as you head up north, right around the Maryland-Pennsylvania line, seeing less than a quarter of a mile from Elkton all the way out through Parkton, the Inner Harbor as well. Visibilities are extremely low for you. Columbia seeing about a quarter of a mile this morning. But it looks like this fog is going to dissipate as we head closer to lunchtime today. It's going to start to erode from southwest to northeast as we deal with our temperatures warming up. We should be hovering back into the mid-50s today, a little bit warmer than we have been lately, a little bit above average as well, but it comes with a catch. We do have the chance for some isolated rain showers on this Ash Wednesday. It looks like these showers will start to roll in around 1 o'clock this afternoon. Christy? Well, this morning, here are just a few tips for navigating through this dense fog. You're reducing your speed using those low beams instead of the high beams. That'll help reflect less of the light from your headlights back into your eyes. So you want to go with the low beams today and also leave plenty of distance between you and other vehicles. It's going to be hard to spot a few cars around you this morning. That's how dense this fog is, less than a quarter of a mile in a lot of locations, not just an isolated area. So this fog is becoming more widespread. Now down all around Anne Arundel County, up and down the eastern shore, likely dealing with these advisories until the 10 o'clock hour. I wouldn't be surprised if we started to see some of that fog expand down towards the southwest, closer to Washington, D.C., and even across far southern Maryland. We're still dealing with some of that pesky snowpack out there. We have milder air lingering over top, which is the reason why we're actually seeing a lot of those little water droplets, a lot of that water vapor this morning. Visibilities are down to about a quarter of a mile over towards Columbia, less than that up in Parkton, Bel Air, and also in Elkton. Essex, good morning to you. You guys are just seeing 1 mile this morning and 2 up in Westminster. At least we are hanging out above freezing, but because of how mild our temperatures are already starting out this morning, this is contributing to that fog at this moment. Have the kids walk carefully to the bus stop today because we are dealing with that dense, thick fog. It is going to stick around throughout the mid to late parts of this morning. Late morning, that's when a lot of the fog will really start to erode. It'll gradually start to lift from southwest to northeast as we get closer to noon. Right around 1 o'clock, some spotty showers will start to work in if you are heading out to service this afternoon. For Ash Wednesday, temperatures should be hovering right around the low 50s by 1 o'clock. Low to mid 50s for the bulk of central Maryland today. So while we are going to hold on to plenty of clouds, a southwest wind is going to help boost our numbers back into the 50s today. Radar is picking up on some rain showers located across our northern areas, mostly around southern and central portions of Pennsylvania, even out towards Harrisburg, dealing with a brief wintry mix. We are just starting off dry this morning, but still dealing with that fog and mist out there. 1 to 2 o'clock, some of these isolated showers will start to roll in, and they are going to linger throughout the later parts of the afternoon, drying things out this evening right around dinner time before more scattered showers return heading into your Thursday northeast. So this is what the kids are going to be dodging as they head out to school this morning, even dealing with some of that mist as well. For drop-off time, some isolated showers will start to roll through. So this is the reason why the kids want to bring the rain jacket with them to school this morning, because they will likely need it for the bus ride home. We'll be hitting the low to mid 50s today, only falling into the upper 30s to low 40s tonight, making for a relatively mild start to your Thursday. Another round of some patchy fog is possible as we head into tomorrow morning, with the chance of some mist as well, but rain showers most likely hold off until the late parts of the afternoon on Thursday, which will extend into your Friday. Thursday and Friday will be the rainiest days out of the next several days. We do have a high temperature of 53 degrees though, so still holding strong to the 50s throughout the rest of this week. Into the weekend, temperatures will begin to to tumble eventually down into the 40s on Sunday. The latest guidance shows that Sunday is looking more wet than white. Not as much snowfall for spots farther north and also out towards New Jersey. So we're dealing with this fog getting more and more dense as time moves forward. It's only 6:50 in the morning and we already have dense fog advisories in place for the next 3 hours. We have these advisories in place until 10 o'clock because it's going to take some time for this fog to gradually dissipate from southwest to northeast. And look at this fog. It is now expanding down across our southwestern communities as expected, heading towards Washington, D.C. There's still a lot of the leftover snowpack. We also have temps above freezing, about 5 to 6 feet above the ground. So those two things, in addition to the light winds, they're really helping that fog to linger across the area this morning. Looking at less than 1/4 mile being seen in Parkton, Bel Air, Elkton. Also for you all over in Columbia, downtown as well, even closer to Essex, only seeing about 1 mile. And here's a glance at your temperatures this morning. We're starting the day off above freezing. While it feels pretty nice, this is really the culprit for why we're waking up with all that dense fog. So use the low beams. The kids will be dodging some of this fog as they walk out to the bus stop. It looks like the fog will persist throughout the late parts of this morning before it starts to really lift right around noon today. So we're going to hold on to this fog through at least the first half of today. It's going to really look gloomy out there. It's already looking very eerie this morning. As we head into the afternoon, temps are still projected to hit the low to mid 50s. We do have the chance for some isolated showers after lunchtime. So if you're heading out to service today, because today is Ash Wednesday, you might want to bring the umbrella with you. Radar is scanning the skies, not picking up on a whole lot of precipitation, but we are dealing with that fog and mist out there this morning. And then a weak cold front is going to slide in from west to east. So this is going to start to make inroads across the area, sparking some showers across central Maryland right around 1 to 2 o'clock. This will persist throughout 4 to 5 o'clock later on today as you're heading home from work. Don't be surprised if you see some rain droplets on that windshield. 6 to 7 o'clock, right around dinner time, the system skirts off to the east. We start off dry tomorrow with some extra fog and then more rain in the forecast for tomorrow afternoon. Those showers stick around into your